Being allowed to be who you are has long been talked about, high and low, in all channels and various forums, for as long as we can remember. If it is not about body positivity or weight, it is mental illness, diagnoses, sexuality, and everything in between that is on the agenda. But being allowed to be who you are versus what you want to be are, for me, two very different things. Everyone's right to be exactly what and who they want to, because this is what the majority interpret this, has, in my opinion, totally degenerated. In today's society, where the most important things usually were to treat others the way you want to be treated, behave, be kind and helpful to your fellow human beings, acknowledge everyone's equal value, mind your own business, and create a decent life for yourself with what you had, has totally derailed. The traditional family unit hardly exists anymore. Every single child has some kind of diagnose. People are getting fatter and fatter. Mental illness and physical diseases overwhelm every other household. Screens take up our everyday life to such an extent that we hardly know how to behave outside our homes, and the only thing that matters is imitating our neighbor, listening to the same radio channels, watching the same series, voting on the right party, and going abroad to a warm, sunny country on our holiday, especially now that you finally can travel again, after self-isolation, community lockdown, and countless injections you hardly even remember taking. But the worst part, in my opinion, is how sexuality and gender questions have become more and more distorted, with each passing day taking it more and more to the extreme. It's not enough that children and young people can easily access hundreds of thousands of porn videos, with degrading sex and other perverted actions, only by a swipe away on their mobile phone, and little girls dancing to songs with movements and lyrics they have no idea the true meaning of. Everything is starting to get so public. Toilets are now for everyone, regardless of your sex, gender pronouns here and non-binary personalities there. The rainbow flag adorns everything from juice packaging to crisp bags, and you most certainly have to scream and shout, left and right, about what sexual orientation you have, and it should be, must be, kindly accepted by the rest of the sheep herd. In the debate where gender is supposed to not be important, it is the only thing on everyone's lips. So obviously, gender is important. But at the same time, not. A bit funny when you think of it, right? Women are now supposed to go back to work and chase their career as soon as the baby has popped out, whilst the man in the house, the father, is presumed to stay at home, use up all the parental leave days off, bootle-feed the child, stroll around town with other stay-at-home dads, drink lattes and carry the baby in a harness wrap, or in the latest buggie worth hundreds and hundreds. Free upbringing, the right to feel and express all emotions. Get your own mobile phone before the age of 3, and then some special rules on top of that, because you are special and unique. Dolls for boys and cars for girls. Neutral hairstyles and colors on clothes, almost as if you so desperately want the old lady at the grocery store to ask if it's a boy or a girl in that expensive stroller. so that you defiantly and rebelliously can reply that what a rude thing to ask, since it's not important whether you have a son or daughter, or what gender your child identifies with. But obviously, it is. Dysfunctional families, feminine men and masculine women, confused children, confused souls with confused thoughts. Biology has long since been thrown back in the box, and we can no longer neither accept, nor respect, the fact that men and women are created differently. Different does not mean that one is better than the other, but that is what they want us to believe. We blame patriarchy and gender inequality when it comes to money and work, but we ignore the advantages and qualities that men and women possess. A man is physically stronger than a woman, but a woman can endure the pain of childbirth. A man is more physically resilient, but a woman can handle more mental pressure. It is often said that women are portrayed as the weaker sex, which I find strange. A woman who can create a life inside her, and then bring it out into this world, can give a baby food with her body. Closeness, tenderness, security and love, and help with the first staggered steps towards infinity, must be one of the strongest qualities a human being possesses. That this is a biological mechanism that every woman possesses naturally, should also most definitely be taken into account. Despite this, being a woman and a mother is not considered an achievement in today's modern Western society, rather a punishment. The men, on the other hand, must affirm their feminine sides nowadays. Meet in men's circles and cry on their brother's shoulder, embrace their femininity. The women are almost forced to take on a more masculine role, fight for their rights, scream and shout on top of their lungs, demonstrate and hate. Show everyone who runs the world, and ditch children, motherhood and their feminine traits. It is nowadays considered masculine for men to show weakness, and talk openly about one's feelings. In the same way that it is considered feminine for women to put oneself first and chase that career. Those of us see the hidden agenda behind it all, started seeing red flags a long time ago. Tearing the traditional family apart, making men and women fight against each other, is a smart move in order to be able to rule, and rule more easily. For a weak individual is a malleable individual, and easy to control. Children are being more and more sexualized as the days go by, and with a little help from Disney, new legislations, regulations, and equality issues and questions. It is easy to blur the edges of what is right and wrong, natural and accepted. The sky's rainbow has been stolen and tore apart, taken down piece by piece, only to be assembled into something that is said to stand for community and love. But I know I'm not alone in thinking that the beautiful colors are only being used as a cover for something incredibly dark. So while the sleeping sheep blissfully unknowingly trudges around in the swamp, there is the self-proclaimed awakened communities around the world who agree that it is important that we keep our gender roles. Men should be men and women should be women, and by becoming the best men and women we can be, we create strong individuals with different types of qualities that can benefit each other. I believe that men need to become more masculine and take care of themselves, their lives, and their families. Lay the foundation, build, map, and structure. Help carry heavy, open doors, and stand for stability and security physically and financially towards their spouse, support, encourage, and contribute, with perseverance, determination, and the right tools. I also believe that women should affirm and embrace their femininity, to be proud of the strength they possess, to see the beauty in motherhood, family, home, and household, be tender, loving, and creative. One does not need to quit their job. Of course, it is possible to have a career or a job while taking care of your family. Just as a man can be a present father without having to carry around a newborn baby in a harness. It is all about balance, and embracing who you are, and what your natural and biological traits are. But in the self-proclaimed awakened community, one problem still remains. Just as punk stopped being punk the day you could expose it on social media, men stop being manly the second they pick up their phone and post selfies or emotional posts in the feed on social media. The second you get on the dance floor to pounding music, or slack on the couch playing games on your screen, you are demoted to the boy you once were. Real men don't have time to care about what other people think about them. Real men don't have time to sit and cry on Facebook, nor in men's circles. Real men don't have time to party or play games. Real men are busy laying the foundation for a stable life, working hard, gathering knowledge, working purposefully and independently. A real man is busy making sure his woman gets everything she needs to help him build a good life for them together with him. To be a masculine man and a feminine woman, that is what I call true equality and true balance.